people are waking up to Elon Musk, which is mildly ironic since he's freaked out anytime the concept of being woke comes up. Anyway, what people think of Elon Musk is beginning to move as a result of his daily quest to be the absolute worst. There's a poll being done by YouGov comparing evaluations of Elon Musk on a bunch of different descriptors from April to December. So basically from the beginning of this whole Twitter thing to now. And take a look at the movement on different descriptors. Would you describe Elon Musk as X? Amazingly, those describing him as rich has dropped by 5 points, which I think is ridiculous. I mean, admittedly, yes, he is no longer the richest person in the world, at least as of today. He slipped down to number 2, but he's still objectively rich either way. An entrepreneur is down, innovator down by 8 points, a visionary down by 6 points, an inventor down by 9 points. Again, I cannot remind people enough, he didn't invent any of this stuff. Whether he manages a rocket company or a car company or a tunnel boring company well or not is an interesting debate that we can have. He didn't invent any of those things. Hundreds or thousands of engineers did. Let's be clear about that. But anyway, other things going down. You've got, well, self-made, brilliant, mildly. Now, some things have gone up. People are more likely to consider him funny. 5 points up. It's still a low percentage, but right wingers have no standards, so they think he's funny. That's fine. Right wing is up 7 points. A disruptor is up 5 points, although no word on whether people consider that a good or a bad thing. Impulsive is up 8 points, which is amazing. Also, left wing is up 2 points because there's gonna be some stupid people who respond to every poll. But anyway, what I like about this is while I think the effect should be bigger, all I want in the world, other than a solution to climate change and a second season of Dark Crystal, is for effects or for events to have consequences. For a person to show the world they're right wing and crazy, and for them to come away from that thinking, oh, that person is right wing and crazy. I want a world governed by reason, and this poll indicates that at least a little bit of that world might be present. But River, what do you think?
Well, I think that the only thing that Elon Musk has invented in his lifetime is Elon Musk. So he does have that one thing that he's invented. And I agree with you, John. I will say, look, I'm just gonna offer that we already do live in that world that you're looking for. Because if for that guy to go on stage at a Dave Chappelle concert and be booed, actions have consequences. That is pure and inarguable evidence that actions have consequences. It turns out if you take something that people enjoy, whether they say so or not, but you take a product that people enjoy or a service or whatever, in this case Twitter, and you decimate it to the point that they don't enjoy it anymore and they leave that service, they're gonna have some feelings about that, which is, I will say, why the right wing refuses to provide anything for the people of this in and coming to this country, because they know they'll have to keep doing it. So they pretend that they can't, and they pretend that they already have. And this is what Elon Musk is doing. His whole thing is, I've given you everything, and can't you imagine this future that I'm gonna create? And that future keeps getting kicked down the road like the hat, like in the Charlie Chaplin, it's like it never comes. But he is being seen for what he is, which is the man behind the curtain, the wizard.
I'm glad that you reminded me of the Dave Chappelle thing, because that is pretty amazing. I mean, it's difficult to know exactly what the composition of a Dave Chappelle audience would be right now. Because
it's not an unhinged leftist audience, which is what Elon Musk is trying to say. It's not unhinged leftist in San Francisco, I'll tell you that.
That's definitely true. I just like, he can do these things. By the way, all of his terrible tweets and everything that we were listing, I'm not implying that any of that's illegal or anything. He can make Twitter his own personal cult and cesspool of toxicity. He can do that. What he can't do is do that and still have it be a place that reasonable people want to be at and communicate on and advertise on. That's all I'm saying. He can make it whatever he wants it to be, in the same way that the prior ownership of Twitter can. without that being violations of the First Amendment, as we've always said. But we want people to actually accurately read what it is that he's doing.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.